Hi guys, it's Mrs. Jones. We're getting ready for remote learning. So here's what I want to make sure that you're doing. I want to give you some information about how our next 2 weeks are going to go. So when is this going to be starting? It's going to be starting on Monday. Thankfully, all of your parents were able to swing by the school and pick up your materials. You all have a math book, volume 2. You all have the novel Flush and the novel study packet. If you are someone who works with Miss Ogden, you do not have Flush, but you have another novel that she has picked out for you. If you are in my math class, you have daily math practice weeks 22 and 23. Again, if you work with Miss Ogden or if you work with another teacher, you might have some other math things too. Everyone has a social studies book. We will be doing quite a bit of reading from the social studies book, and most of our writing will be based on what we've read in the social studies book. So it's important that you have that handy. And you also have Words Their Way. You have 1 week's worth of words and a word search. It's out for debate whether we will be using it, but it's important to just hold on to it. You also have a science packet. It has to do with water, and that will be due later on in the week. Login cards were also put in your materials, and you should have found them inside the front cover of Flush or one of the other novels that are in your materials. So how is this going to work? Hopefully it will work well. That's my number one goal. We're going to be doing our work in digital form through the use of Google Classroom, and thank you to all of you who joined our remote learning classroom. There are a lot of other teachers who will be posting assignments to our classroom, so it will be important to be checking through the stream and through Classroom to see what assignments are due. Also, every day at the beginning of the day, I will do a run through of things that you should be doing and when they're going to be due. You will see that I divided the classroom into specific subjects, and hopefully this will keep us organized. Um, Even though I've sent you some paper materials, your math books, packets, reading books, the goal is for us to be using Google Classroom for all of our remote learning support and assessments. When you're doing your typing, and you will be doing a lot of typing, you will be responsible for using complete and correct sentences whenever you are completing assignments. Points will be taken off for failing to follow the rules of writing. And by this time, you should be aware that those rules of writing include using capital letters at the beginning of your sentences, using end punctuation, making sure that you are typing complete sentences. Sentences do not begin with because, and you want to make sure that you've reread them before you submit them. So, our daily schedule is broken up into our different subjects. First off, we'll be having our reading, which will be our novel study. You will be doing math, which will either be paper copy and then submitting it, or it will be an assigned work that you'll be doing online. We'll also be having science, mystery science. You also have, like I said earlier, you also have a science packet that has to do with water. And then we also will be doing a lot of writing. Our writing will be based on the things that we read in social studies. You will see that there will be daily lessons provided by video, whether it's math, whether it's science, whether it's writing, or whether it's reading, or maybe it's going to be a combination of the four of them. So just pay attention. And you will also see that I will be able to support you digitally. whether you have assigned things and I've written back comments, or through audio messages or video messages. Keep in mind that this is a new experience for all of us. It will probably be rocky at first, but if we stick with it, we will succeed. Please do not hesitate to ask if you have questions, whether you're asking me or whether you're reaching out to your classmates. All of us can learn a little bit from each other, so it's important that if you have questions, don't get frustrated and ask for help. You can also have your parents dojo me, and I can get back to them that way too. So until I see you guys again, we're gonna rock this. You will be hearing from me again tomorrow. See ya.